Hello, faithful friends of the internet. I'm Jason Mayfield, and today we're going to talk about the Bible that I think might be the one. Could be the one for me. It could be the one for you. So, as some of you know, I vacillate between Bibles frequently. I don't do it on purpose. There are some Bibles that have just been great forever, like the ESV Thin Line Bible. I love the ESV Thin Line. It's a great Bible all the way around. Obviously terrible for writing in and taking notes and stuff, but just as a Bible, the form factor of it, it's basically perfect. It's perfect in layout. It's perfect in size. It's a great Bible. That's why I have quite a few of them and have used quite a few over the years. However, when it comes to writing Bibles, for those of you who have seen my Bible method, I like to have a reader and a writer, one that I just read in and then one that I write a lot of stuff in. I have looked at all kinds of things. Now, there are two that I have liked the most. The first one is the Cambridge Wide Margin. The Cambridge Wide Margin is an incredible Bible. Everything about this Bible is phenomenal, except for two things. Number one is the price. This is an expensive Bible. This is going to run you, if you get a goat skin, probably $200 and upwards. If you get a calf skin version, maybe more in the $150 range. These are expensive. However, one of the really nice things about it, even though it's expensive, you can get these in multiple versions. When it comes to these Crossway Bibles, like we're talking about today, you only get the Crossway Bibles. You only get the ESV. The other bad thing about this, so the first one is the price. The second one is the layout on the inside. It's just this double column thing where you have the inner margin. It just doesn't work. And as a matter of fact, I bought this Bible recently, started using it. You've probably seen a video on it if you follow this channel. I've been putting a lot of notes in there and I'm super frustrated with it. I hate being on the inside here. I hate this. It drives me bananas. And so that being said, I think my days of Cambridge Wide marginating have come to a close. The second Bible that you've probably heard me talk about that I really love, I really love this Bible, Magic, is the ESV Single Column Journaling Bible. The reason I like this Bible so much is, number one, it's single column, which means when you take your notes, everything goes out like that. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. The other thing I like about this Bible particularly are the small, faint lines. I don't necessarily like that there are lines, even though the lines really do help me. They probably help everyone, but someone like me who has, questionable handwriting, to say the least, the lines really help you to kind of stay where you're staying neat. Everything's staying in its zone that it needs to be in. There was another Bible that in size I really liked back in the day, and that was the Single Column Journaling Bible. That's on the ground now. The Single Column Journaling Bible Large Print Edition, but there was a problem with it. Problem was, and I printed out the sheets from the internet so you could see these, and I had a video with one of these, but I gave the Bible away, and so, that in the long run, that didn't end up helping me do this. The problem with it was it had this really thick lines on the side, and the problem with that was that it made it where you had to be super small with your handwriting. You had to be in the right spot. And if, let's say you're one of these people who do like to draw and color and stuff in your Bible, which isn't my flavor, but I get that some people like it, that was just really going to be in the way. And so I saw it, and the lines turned me off. And that's why I didn't go with the large print single column journaling Bible. Here's the deal though. Recently, I do not know when, I don't know how long this has been going on. It happened under the radar. There were no official announcements. Nobody reached out to me, one of the premier Bible reviewers on YouTube, and I kind of just discovered this. I think I saw it on Instagram and I was thinking, what Bible is that? That looks like ESV font. It looks like an ESV layout. It looks like a Crossway Bible, but the lines on the side look like a single column journaling Bible, but I know that's not the single column journaling Bible because I've spent so much time. What is that Bible? It was the ESV single column journaling Bible large print that had been refreshed. That's right, under the radar, they refreshed this Bible. And I have 3 of them sitting in front of me today. All of them large print, different makes. All of them have been refreshed on the inside. And there's one thing that you need to know about these that's super duper important. They got rid of the big ugly lines, and now they have the lines from the other journaling Bibles. Yeah! This is a big deal because this is going to make... It's a big deal for me. It's probably a big deal for you. It's a big deal for me because now it makes the large print Bibles viable. So let's talk about why this is a big deal. When we talk about large print Bibles, I would not think of this as a large print Bible. I would think of this as a normal print Bible. But compared to the single column journaling Bible, the regular journaling Bible from Crossway, those Bibles' print is really, really, really small. So now we're dealing with a Bible that's got kind of normal size print. It is a 9.5 font, which is a little bigger than like a thin line, which I think is 8 point. So, I mean, you're dealing with a good size font here for those of you who haven't been able to get down with the small prints. It's a good size print. The other thing about larger print, specifically in this Bible, and I have compared it to the single column journaling Bible, the normal one, there are less words on the page. Less words on the page is a big deal if you're a note taker, because the less words there are on a page, the less notes are going to go on a single page. That's a big deal. The other big deal about this Bible, some of you have seen, Crossway has recently come out with the ESV Preacher's Bible or Preaching Bible. I don't know, it's one of those two. But it's got it's a wide margin, but it's kind of small wide margin. It's like a 1-inch wide margin. It's not very big at all. But the print's large, you can see. This print is comparable enough, and the layout is comparable enough to the Preaching Bible that I think you could use this as a Preaching Bible. But instead of a smaller wide margin, you get a 2-inch wide margin. And I actually think the margin is a little bit bigger on this Bible than the normal single column journaling Bible. I'm really impressed with this. Let's get inside it, look around a little bit, and then I'm going to talk about these different covers. So this is a normal layout. Obviously, if you get back here, like over in the prophets and the Psalms and stuff, you get a little bit more space on the page to write, but this is the normal layout, nice block text, big margin on the side, very readable text. It is, from what I can tell and what I see here, it is line matched, meaning that the text is on top of the text behind it on the page, so it doesn't look messy on the page. Very easy to read. It's obviously a little bit taller than the single column journaling Bible. I think this is about 9 1/4 by 6 1/2, something along those lines. Speaking of the regular single column journaling Bible, why don't we grab it, open it up, and take a look at it. Let's go to Mark chapter 1. First of all, you can see the difference in the size of the Bible. This looks like it may be about 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1 1/2 taller. You can see how much bigger the font is. And it seems like a bolder font as well. So this is a little bit slimmer of a font. So not only is it larger, it's a little bolder. You can see even here, we're at about 1254 versus almost 1100. So we're about 150 pages, 160-ish pages deeper in this Bible than this one. So you can imagine that it is a little bit thicker, but we're not talking massive thickness here. I mean, let me use this other one so you can see the contrast a little bit better. You can see roughly how much bigger we're talking. So it's, literally just a little bit bigger. And when you have them on the table, the thickness difference is negligible. Here it looks a lot thicker there, but if I line them up, there we go. Okay, so you can see that. The thickness, it is thicker, but it is, like I said, it is a negligible thickness. I'm talking maybe less than 1/4 of an inch thicker. Just absolutely excellent. I have one right now, off the bat, I have one gripe against this Bible, and it's only one, especially compared to this Bible. and that is it. The inner margin here, which is not important for writing, but it is for the way the page lays. The inner margin here is a little thinner than it is on this Bible. And so the result of that, if you look at this Bible, you can see the text doesn't read down into the crease, which really bothers me when it does that. This text does read down into the crease more, but you're getting a lot of benefits. If they could just take this and nudge it over a little bit, it would be very much more readable, in my opinion. I mean, we're not talking, this is not a massive deal, and I don't think it should discourage you from getting the Bible at all. But it is my one little thing. I just wish they just nudge it over a scotch. All in all, I'm super impressed with this. I'm probably moving to this. But I've got 3 of them sitting here, and I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use the most. So let's talk about these different covers for a second. So I've got a true tone, a bonded leather, and a natural leather with a flap. This Bible, I want to be clear, was sent to me by Crossway. They are very kind to me when it comes to any time I want to do a Bible review. They're super nice, and I appreciate them greatly. So they sent me this one. I bought these 2. I bought these 2 for the price of this one. So this is a little bit more expensive. These, I think I got both of these around $35. Very good price. So, true tone, bonded leather, natural leather. I'm going to go ahead and tell you up front, I like the true tone more than the bonded leather. This is a super stiff cover. It's a synthetic material, but it's got a little bit more play to it. And I am talking on feel. I don't know that I like the design here better than this. And obviously there's several True Tone covers you could check out. The True Tone, one of the beautiful things about it, I've played with this enough, you can bend this one around pretty easily. So if you want to do something of that nature for whatever reason, you can. This is a great Bible. The True Tone series on this will be great. You can beat this thing up. You could recover it, do whatever you want, but you can go to town on this Bible. The natural leather, I've been so interested in these Bibles for forever. I've never gotten one, but I wanted to check this out. I was right as I wanted to go buy one in the single column journaling Bible. Again, because they stealthily refreshed this Bible, I didn't know to check out the large print. But right as I went to buy a natural leather with a flap in the original single column journaling Bible, they discontinued making it. They don't make it there. They make it in this one. They make it in the normal journaling Bible, but not the regular single column. So I was so interested in this, and then I found out that they changed the line, stealth redo, stealth refresh, and I wanted to check this out. So I appreciate, again, Crossway, thanks for sending this over to me. I do appreciate it a ton. My thoughts on it are a couple of things. Number one, I think this is cool. It's a little messy. I keep getting little leather giblets everywhere. So it's a little messy, which I'm not used to because I'm used to like a really nice leather Bible. I'm used to the goat skins and the calf skins and all that. But it's super cool. Some things I want to note about this Bible particularly. One, it's got a nice leather feel. It's very cool. The inside liner isn't like a paper liner. It's some kind of synthetic-ish material, and it's got a very neat feel to it. So it's not quite paper, whatever it is that they've used there. It's very neat. The Bible opens fine. It cooperates fine. The strap comes disconnected, so you have to tie the strap and put it on. You do have the flap here. You can keep one pen in here, but we all know one pen isn't enough for journaling Bibling. For journal Bibling. Journable by Bernal. There's no way to make a hybrid word out of it. I've tried. There's no way. One ribbon marker, which, again, you can add more. That's a pretty easy process. We've shown you how to do that on the channel. The only problem with mine, and I'm not upset about it because they sent it to me for free, I got a little schmutzy pants right there, and I don't know how to get it off. So if I'm straight up, if I'm totally 100% honest, the flap, even though I haven't used it yet, and this thing feel like they're just, it's just an inconvenience. So let's talk some options if you wanted this Bible. Number one, you can pull this out or never put it in. That's one option. Look at all that junk. See all the mess it's making on the table here? You could put a Velcro strap here or get you a button press or something, put some buttons, pow, and you could still have the flap and have it shut. Or what I'm thinking about doing, folks, is cutting this off right there, junk, and then not having the flap at all, and then boom. Or you could take it, fold it back, sew it there, now you got a pouch for pens. You just throw your stuff in there. But that seems like a lot more work than cutting it off or using Velcro. And the only benefit of doing the flap here is that it protects it a little bit more. I mean, you can be a little bit more reckless with it. Let's see if we can fold this like we did the other one. It looks like, yeah, it'll fold around. So, I mean, it's a great Bible. If I'm buying one right now and I'm probably going True Tone. Again, because of the affordability factor of this, you could have one of these that you use on a regular basis. You could have one of these that you use as a workbook on a regular basis, meaning that you go a little bit more reckless with notes and stuff and then come back and refine it. Or you could have one of these you use on a regular basis. You could have a workbook. Or you could also have a preaching Bible version of this, which is nice because then you just write your notes in and you're good to go. In my opinion, using this as a preaching Bible is a great idea. You could take this, do all of your one-off sermons in here. So if you're just doing a one-off sermon, and then topical sermons, whatever that might be, and then you could use the scripture journals for all of your expository style preaching where you're going line upon line, and that could be your line upon line preaching Bible. So just a thought there. There is one thing that Crossway has yet to do that needs to happen with this Bible. One, they need to put this thing inside of a goatskin cover. We need a premium journaling Bible. We need it. And preferably we need it in the next week before I get into these, okay? So that way I don't have to transfer notes or anything. Let's go ahead and get me started right. We need a premium version. The second thing that we need to do when the premium version comes out, we need to go white paper. The cream is great. It is good on the eyes. And it's much better than blue. I recently got a Bible. I haven't done a review of it. I was so unimpressed with it. But the paper was so white, it has a blue hint to it or a blue hue to it. Trust me, you'll take cream over blue any day of the week. It's obnoxious on the eyes. But we need to go white. And honestly, we probably need to go heirloom with one of these, just to see how it does. I mean, if we can do a wide margin heirloom, I think doing an heirloom of this would be perfect. I think an heirloom cuts off 1/2 inch in paper if the paper's thin enough. I think an heirloom of this is really called for with art gilding. So you get that red, you get that gold, the red edges, you got the goat skin cover, and it's perfect. You got the raised hubs on the side. I mean, we just need that. We need it. And I think people would go crazy for it. I really do. Even though most journaling Bible users that I see don't seem like they are geared towards nice Bibles. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just over here using them. All in all, single column journaling Bible, large print, I think because of the refresh on the lines, it all comes down to the refresh on the lines. I think this is the one. I think this is the one for you. It's the one for me. I highly recommend getting one of these. I'm going to put some links in the description. Pick these up. I bought the bonded leather Bible hoping it was the old print. So I went and found one that was there. It mentioned a lot of older specs and stuff in the description, and I bought it hoping it was the older one so I would have those to compare, which is why I ended up printing, and it was the refreshed version. So my feeling off of that is that now probably all of them are going to be refreshed versions. So I'm pretty excited. If you appreciate this video, make sure that you share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!